we'll be talking about the top 5 worst congressional maps that the country ever proposed. Today we'll be going for some honorable mentions. First is New Mexico, which is not that great. New Jersey, and Ohio's own map, which was rejected. Well, it seems that some of these bad maps still remain, and are actually the current maps that are still in line to be used. Number 5, Texas. So there was something called that, demands for, certain groups to be represented in the congressional districts. Like, for example, Houston. They have to draw the map to look like this to get majority districts as well. These districts, I think, are already Republican, but this is just inexcusable, okay? San Antonio and this part of Austin should not be connected through this really small, flimsy line. They did the old map too, but this map, the line's even smaller now. Now, and I know they want to give more seats for Republicans so they don't, have, we're going to get 2 seats in Austin and 1 seat instead, but why? Why do we need it to look like this? Okay? Why does this part of Austin and this part of San Antonio need to be 2 separate one whole district? Okay? Maybe put San Antonio district in these districts as well. Make them a part of these districts. Next, we have, of course, this Disgrace of Dallas. Okay? No matter... Yeah, this is probably why the map's in litigation, is because of this part of Dallas. Okay? This is unacceptable. Okay? And I think the other maps I'm going to go over besides Maryland is not in litigation. Okay? Yeah, the other maps are not in litigation. This is just so bad. Okay? And again, but the only good thing is this map is not a gerrymander, as much as people do say, because this is the amount that Texas usually gets in the presidential elections. So, yeah. Next is number 4, California. The most populated state has one of the worst maps ever. Okay? This is the LA area. Okay, you have this district, which is pretty bad. San Diego's looks pretty bad. This one looks pretty bad. California's 45th. And some of these look pretty bad. Okay? You have a lot of these that look pretty bad. And then you go to San Francisco. Same fucking deal here. But they look more cleaner than LA's district. And then we have, of course, the Outer California, which again, Outer California is more Republican. They've tried to make them as least Republican as possible. Like they try to squeeze the most seats out of California. And California, it should really be like split like 70 to 30, not 80 to 20. Okay? Republicans typically win for 28 to 30% of California. So 70 to 30 is much more plausible than what they get now. And California also lost the seat because nobody wants to live in this garbage state anyways. So, next state, number 3 is Maryland. I put Maryland as number 4 in the TikTok one, but I actually forgot this map is actually worse than California's. Okay, this area and this area, okay, should be Republican. Okay, this part of Maryland, which is the Panhandle, which is very Republican, and this part of Maryland, which is very Republican. For some reason, this part of Maryland gets parts of Annapolis, which is a Democrat area. Realistically, because of how Maryland votes, Republicans will get 2 seats, and the rest will be all Democrat seats. Which makes sense because most of Maryland is a very urban state. But they tried to squeeze as much Democrats as possible into the state. It's just why? Okay? Why? Okay? And we have the old map. Which the old map was just as egregious, which gives this district a safe Republican area. But this one should also be a Republican area. And they actually proposed a map that gave these guys and these guys at least representation in the House. But nope. 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 Number 2, Illinois. Okay. Number 2 is New York. New York is the most recent map proposed. And all we have to do is go down here. This is the old map. Here. The old map was much cleaner than the new map. Okay. much cleaner than the new map. But this new map, we have a lot of scribbles. It's like a child scribbled the map and called it, yeah, this is the new congressional map of New York. This is a safe red district, which again, Long Island is very conservative. But this is now a blue district? Why? Why are these Long Island districts? Again, New York is a very liberal state, but come on, Long Island is, and again, they made Staten Island Democrat. Why? Staten Island is a conservative area. But now it no longer is. And of course, you have, really badly drawn districts, and communities are like split apart as well, And they go upstate New York. Which upstate New York isn't too bad. It's basically the same as last time. But they switched around the boundaries of the districts. But now we go to number 1. Was again, I thought, and number 1's Illinois. Illinois has got to be the worst map of this cycle. Okay, we have this state, which again is mostly rural, but then we have what the hell is this? Okay, which includes Springfield and I think South St. Louis. No, not South St. Louis, East St. Louis. Okay, and it includes Springfield. This one includes a couple of like major cities as well. Like they made so they included like every like major city in Rockford and threw it all in one district. And then of course we have this garbage here. Okay, this one, like this part of McHenry should be a part of Illinois' 4th, which was originally part of Illinois' 14th, but now that's all the way down here. Now McHenry County is now a part of Illinois' 10th for some weird, stupid reason. And of course we have this disgusting, thing. And again, it's these even worse than New York because we have just these bad borders, okay? There's something you would see out of EU4s, EU4 and Civ and stuff like that. Not real life. We don't have border goal anymore that much outside of, the stand countries. So, overall, Illinois would get an F on geography and making maps. So, overall, and people say, but Republicans gerrymander so much. Okay? Then, the only Republican state that was on here was Texas. And then you have these supposed gerrymanders. Okay? Like North Carolina. Which, again, most of the population centers is in Riley, Towlett, and I think Greensboro as well, as they split up into a district. And fine, if you really want to give Greensboro its own district, then you can. Let's give the Democrat. But again, the Republicans technically gained in this state. And of course, you have like a lot of the other proposed maps are not really that extreme as these ones. You also have the honorable mentions like New Jersey's pretty bad. Okay, New Mexico, Nevada, pretty bad as well. Ohio's old map, which was rejected, and I think all maps would be like Iowa, Michigan, Colorado. Okay. Was actually fair maps that give both parties a chance of winning. Again, if a party is like skews Democrat, if the state like skews Democrat, for example, Massachusetts, which all Massachusetts counties vote Democrat anyways, which they say, oh, but this is gerrymandered. But again, everyone in Massachusetts votes Democrat, so there's very few Republicans in Massachusetts. I think it's the most Democrat states besides Vermont and Maryland. Which, if you look at the 2020 results, here are the 2020 results in Massachusetts, and this is by precinct as well. There are Republican areas if you really want to make like a red area, which includes all of these areas, which will be a lot of work. Even then, they would probably be overshadowed by the more blue areas here. So, yep, that's basically it about this video. Goodbye.